to another video. Only a few days left until I start my 1600 mile through hike all across the UK with my dog Otto, and today I want to show you everything, my full gear list, everything that I'm bringing with me on that big hike. So let's go! So this is everything laid out. My whole gear list is about 8.8 kilograms, and I'm going to show you in detail everything that I'm packing. Okay, let's start with the pack I'm using. I'm bringing the ULA Ohm 2.0 pack. That's a 60-liter pack that I'm really happy with. It can carry the weight really comfortably. The pack itself is not waterproof, which is why I'm bringing a pack liner, it's like a plastic bag inside the pack. Then my big three, the sleep system. First off, I have the tent that I'm gonna be using. That's the Durston X-Mid one-person tent. I really like that. You've seen it, I think, in my last video or the one before that. I tested it and I'm really happy with it, so I'm bringing that. For the exact list, pack list, and also the weight of everything, I'm going to link my lighter pack list in the comments below this video. With the tent, I'm going to use a ground sheet. That's just a piece of Tyvek ground sheet that I've had for quite a while. It's water resistant and it's really, yeah, it held up great, so I'm using that again. Then for the stakes I'm bringing, I bring a couple of these mini groundhog type stakes and also two V-pack, 8 in total. Then for my sleeping pad, I'm going to use the Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite pad. I use the small size, so it's only torso length, but that's enough. I'm just gonna put my empty backpack underneath my legs, and yeah, that's fine. So that's the sleeping pad that I really love. Then I am also bringing an inflatable pillow with me. So that's just a basic, cheap kind of thing. I had that for a couple of years. It's not the most lightweight ever, but yeah, it's still good, so I'm still using that. Then for the sleeping bag, I'm actually not using a sleeping bag but a quilt. It's a synthetic quilt from Creme Expert in the Apex 233 version, I think. So it's rated, its comfort rating should be around 0 degrees Celsius. So yeah, I think that's okay for the trip. But for the beginning, since it can still be a bit cold in Scotland, I'm gonna bring a sleeping bag liner. That's the Siege Summit Thermalite Extreme, Reactor Extreme I think it is, and it's supposed to add like 15 degrees of warmth to your sleeping bag, but I don't think that's accurate, or it isn't in my case, but it's still, it adds a bit of warmth to the sleeping bag, and I think I'm just going to use that for the first weeks until it gets warmer and then just send it home. So that's just to be on the safe side, to have a little bit of warmth. So next up, for the clothes I'm bringing. First off, I'm gonna wear these hiking shoes. They're actually trail running shoes from Topper Athletic, the Mountain or the MT4 I think. I really love them. They have the really wide toe box and they're really comfortable. They're not a zero drop shoe, but they have a little drop, but I really like them with the cushion and they have a good grip, and yeah, I'm gonna wear these. Then for the rest of my clothes, maybe just start with some basic underwear. Then I'm gonna bring 3 pairs of socks, one for hiking, then another pair for hiking, but they are actually toe socks, so if I'm gonna get blisters or something, just to have something that separates the toes, I'm gonna bring these. And one pair of socks that I'm sleeping in, so they will always stay dry so that I have something to change into at night. Then I'm bringing, especially for the first part in Scotland, I'm gonna bring one pair of sealskin socks. They are waterproof and they just add a little bit of warmth. Since the trail running shoes I'm using are not, they have just the mesh upper thing here. They're not waterproof, so if it's really cold and wet, or if I'm walking through bogs or something like that, I'm gonna have these just as a backup. Then a beanie and some merino cloth. And for a scarf I'm using just a regular puff. Then for my hiking clothes I'm gonna use these just like trekking, backpacking tights kind of pants. For the warmer weather I'm also carrying some shorts, like just a regular pair of running shorts. Then a t-shirt, that's a merino wool blend. And for if it's not that warm to wear a t-shirt, or if it's really sunny, I'm gonna wear a sun shirt that's from VD. It's just it's really lightweight and it dries really quickly. Then as a mid layer, I have this really lightweight fleece hoodie, and the insulation part of my cloth system, that's going to be the Nano Puff from Patagonia. It's a synthetic jacket, and I really like that. It's really lightweight and it's really warm. For my sleep clothes, I'm bringing just one pair of merino wool leggings from Icebreaker and just a regular long sleeve. So I'm going to wear these at night. And then last but not least, for my rain gear, I'm going to bring these really small rain pants from VD, I think. I really love them. And a rain jacket from Outdoor Research. I had that for quite some time and it held up great. It's really lightweight. It packs down basically to nothing. Then next up for the food. If you've seen my last video, I've talked a lot about the food situation there as well. For the first part of the trail, so for the first 5 to 6 days, depending on how fast I walk, I won't have access to food, or probably there won't be a lot of options. So I'm carrying a lot of food for the first days, breakfast, snacks, also dinner in here. I'm not going to show you everything in detail, but you can just go back to the last video. I'm going to bring a titanium pot, a Tox titanium pot with a capacity of 900 milliliters, which is plenty for me. Then a gas canister. It's kind of a big one, but I think same with the food, I won't have the option of buying a lot for the first part, so I'm taking a bigger one because there's nothing worse than not having a coffee on a cold morning or a tea at night. So that's really an essential for me. Then a foldable cup. I'm bringing, that's the C2 Summit cup. Then a long handle titanium spork, that's also from Tox, I think, yes. For my stove, I'm going to use the MSR Pocket Rocket 2, also really small, I love that. A lighter, obviously. A small towel just to clean the pot, dry everything, etc. And I'm also carrying a little piece of a dish sponge thing, just to if I have the option to clean the pot, I'm going to do that. So I'm bringing that, and a small knife. Then I'm going to bring for the water. I'm going to take that 2-liter platypus water bladder. I am also bringing 2 regular water bottles with me, but I don't have them yet. I'm gonna buy them before I start. Then for the water filter, I'm bringing the Soya Mini Squeeze, I think this is, and to collect the water to filter. I'm gonna use that the squeeze pouch that comes with the filter. Since I'm not going alone, but I will have my dog Otto with me, I'm also obviously have to bring some stuff for him. First off, his food. I put his food in Ziploc bags that last for a couple of days, so same as with my food, I'm gonna bring a bit more for the first part. Then a collapsible water and food bowl, that you can just fold down. I'm also bringing a replacement Dyneema bowl. It's just, I think, 2 grams, because these things break kind of easily, so just as a backup I'm going to bring this little Dyneema bowl. Then obviously a small water bottle for him as well. Then some poop bags, his squeaky toy, some brushes, one that's for mud or just to fur maintenance, and then one for ticks, just to brush through and look for ticks. Some snacks as well. Then for his sleep system I'm going to bring a couple of segments of the Thermarest Sea Light mat that I'm also using for the day for me as a sit pad. So yeah, multi-purpose, that's always great. Then for the beginning, when it's kind of cold, I'm going to bring his fleece jumper, just for him to have some extra warmth at night. Then another piece of gear, that's a synthetic top quilt kind of thing, so it has a buckle to close around his waist, and also a couple of snap things that can close it around the neck. So it's more than just a blanket, because I can basically attach it a little bit to him so that he won't just roll over and be cold, but so that it will stay on. So that's also made from an Apex material. Then I'm also bringing a towel, which is a real lifesaver if you're hiking with your dog in a wet climate, because a wet dog in a tent is not much fun, so I'm bringing that little towel for him. Same with the rain jacket, it's really convenient to have that, so just so that he's not really wet. Then some things for emergencies, if there's a medical problem. Have some booties for him, if his paw is ripped open or something, I can have these for just for emergencies. Same with some medication for him, some diarrhea medicine and probiotics, just something to be on the safe side. Okay, then next up, my first aid kit that I'm bringing. You've already seen some of the medication I'm bringing for Otto. Something that's for both of us if we needed: some elastic wrap, some gauze, bandages. Then I'm gonna bring some pain medicine, or just some general things, anti-allergy medication, painkillers, etc. Then some wound disinfectant, some iodine ointment, small scissors, tick removers, that's in there. I'm also bringing a couple of bandages, obviously, and for blisters as well, but I still have to get these. And of course, some Leukotape rolled up on here. Then for some miscellaneous items, some stuff, I have some repair patches, super glue, these patches to repair the sleeping pad, for example, some patches for the tent, a little bit of tenacious tape, a little bit of duct tape on here, a spare lighter, just some things to have as a backup. Same with the water tablets, they just, in case my filter breaks, I just have a backup to get the water clean and to remove the bacteria from it. Then for the bathroom section, I'm going to bring that pee cloth that I'm going to just hang on the outside of my pack, some toilet paper, some hand disinfectant, and a trowel. Then for the rest of the bathroom stuff, I'm going to take a comb with me, a small towel, some nail clippers and tweezers, some earplugs, a couple of hair elastics and hair ties, a small mirror, then some concentrated soap. I'm taking the Dr. Bronner soap, I'm taking that small deodorant. It's really lightweight, you don't need a lot of it, so yeah, bring that. Then a small tube of facial cream. Then some toothpaste. That's a medical toothpaste that's really concentrated, so you only need like a tiny bit of it and it lasts a really long time and it's really lightweight. I'm going to take these. A foldable toothbrush. Some lip balm, sunscreen, and some baby wipes for the, as I said, for the first week or so. I won't have a lot of options to get a shower or something, so I'm gonna bring these. Now for the electronics that I'm bringing, first off, a wall charger that can charge up to 3 devices at once, which is really great. Then a power bank that's 25,000, I think. It's a bit of overkill, I know, but that's the one that I had and I didn't want to buy anything new. Besides, I'm using quite some electronic devices, and if I want to wide camp as much as possible and maybe don't have access to a cafe or something, a pub where you can charge everything, I thought it might come in handy, but it's a little bit heavy, but I'm going to use that because I had it. Then some USB-C cords to charge both of my smartphone and the power bank. Then a smaller micro USB cord and a cord to charge my Garmin. Then I'm bringing a camera, the GoPro Hero 9, that I can't show you because I'm currently filming with that. But I'm gonna bring a little extra things for the GoPro, so a spare memory card, flash drive to have for backups, etc. One of those screws for the GoPro, the charger, and 2 spare batteries. For a satellite navigation and emergency device, I'm bringing the Garmin InReach. I'm using that as a backup navigation tool. I have the route loaded on here, and it's also handy to send check-in messages if I don't have cell service, and in case of an emergency I can contact help, which is great. Then I have the Garmin Instinct Solar watch to track the trail and also have some data on it, like weather data, the height, etc. Some headphones, obviously, a clip for the GoPro to attach it to the backpack. So I want to save up on battery life, which is why I'm bringing 2 books, but they're really lightweight, really small. One, from Henry David Thoreau. It makes sense to read that while out hiking alone through the wilderness. And then another thing that I discovered, that's the Sporter's Handbook. That's really funny. It just like a little game. There are different categories and you get points. You can basically play with yourself while hiking, and you get different points if you spot, for example, a cow, a goat, just different things on here, which is really funny and maybe a cool thing to keep me occupied while hiking. Then a small notebook, some pens for scribbling, also making little drawings, etc. A headlamp, the Petzl Bindi, and last but not least, it's really heavy, I know, but I'm gonna bring my iPad with me for editing videos, but also to get some work done while I'm out hiking, even if it's really heavy. If you're out for a couple of months, I think that's really handy to have a device that's a bit bigger than just a smartphone. Then last but not least, I'm gonna bring my fanny pack from Atom Packs that I really love. It's really lightweight and it has a big capacity that you can put a lot of things in there. Then some sunglasses, a reusable tissue Kleenex thing, then passports for me and for Otto, my Dyneema wallet with some cards in it, and my hiking poles that I'm also gonna use to put up the tent, because it's not a freestanding tent. Okay, that's everything. That's my whole gear list. I hope I didn't forget anything, but I'm gonna check before packing that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful or inspiring, and I really would love if you follow along on our hike, and we'll see you next time when we're already in Scotland. Bye!